I wouldn't say there's as much of a problem now as there was before. I know I joined in fall 2014, and back then there was a little bit of an issue with some organizations kind of dwindling out. There's a few organizations that have since become dormant because they don't have any more members. But I think in the past, I would say a year and a half to 2 years or so, there's been a lot of growth within multicultural organizations. A lot of the organizations that maybe had 2 to 3 members now have like 14, 15 members, which is really great to see. So I don't think there's that much of an issue anymore, but we definitely like to continue to grow as we go. I think that ultimately they're important just because of the fact that it gives people a space to feel comfortable or at home. I feel like, especially for a lot of cultural organizations and a lot of cultural students from that type of background, a lot of them are first generation college students. And in order for them to kind of succeed in a place like ASU, as big as it is with 60,000 students, however many it is, they need to find a place that feels at home for those that are out of state, whatever it may be, and to have that support system of people that have a similar background as you or similar experiences, and they can kind of help guide you through the way. I think that's what makes it so important, is just the fact that you can find a place in such a big university where it feels like you're at home. I think it's definitely growing. As I mentioned before, it's getting a little bit better, but I still think there's a lot of things that you can improve on. I feel that we don't necessarily get as much recognition as we would like in terms of reference to the other larger councils, the Pan-Atlantic and IFC. They're obviously the two largest councils here, but we definitely are on the rise within cultural Greeks. This past weekend, one of the organizations from the National Pan-Atlantic Council, which is historically Black and African American, won the actual President's Cup, which is the best Greek organization of the year, essentially. And so I think we're starting to get more recognition on campus, and we're starting to make a lot more effort to get involved with the larger Greek community and also just the overall involvement at ASU. Like I mentioned before, a big thing is just getting recognition on campus, people knowing that we're here, getting our events to get exposure like how some other events might get. And it's sometimes really hard with the numbers that we have. When we have maybe 15 to 20 members in an organization compared to 100, there's a lot less that we can do, and sometimes it could be an issue with funding that we aren't able to fundraise as much as larger organizations. So I think that really limits us in terms of what we can put on campus, and then ultimately that affects how much we can get exposure on campus. So I think that would be one of the largest issues that we have. Well, this is the end of my tenure as president, so I hope that the next year's executive board within the three councils continue to make efforts to, reach out and try and get the names out there, whether it be through like articles such as these through the state press or any other means, in order to kind of just continue to grow our name and get more people involved, because ultimately that's what we're here for, to provide a space for students to kind of grow and prosper here at ASU.